Once again, I want to thank everyone that emails the program. We read every single email. We just can't write everyone back anymore, and I apologize for that. Also, if you want to send audio into the program, send it right to steve@foundrymusic.com. I mean, you can CC me as well. I like, checking this stuff out, but get it to Steve immediately so you can get it on the program, all right?
Absolutely.
And then all the fan websites and all that. Thanks, man. Because this show will become huge.
That's right.
With or without the help from Washington. This show will become huge, and they'll go, wow, I never realized how popular you guys were and how good the show was, and we really didn't realize it was going to grow like it.
Yeah,
like it has.
Yeah, that'll happen. Where is this dialogue taking place?
Huh?
Where is that dialogue taking place?
Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen.
You think people will say that to you?
Yeah, we don't get the support that we deserve from Washington. We just don't. We're out of sight, out of mind, and we're doing our own thing, and we're just not a priority within the company. I'm convinced of that now.
We could be worldwide #1, and we still wouldn't get the old...
Oh, no.
Wow, I never knew you guys...
Oh, no. Their expectations for the show, I have learned, were a lot lower than ours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the numbers they wanted us to do by the end of 2004 stupefied me. I'm like, you're kidding.
Stupefied.
I think we doubled that number that they wanted us to do. Doubled it already.
Mm-hmm.
So they had low expectations.
Yeah, what do you think brought that about?
And they continue to have low expectations. You know?
We're going through life like that.
We're going to...
low expectations.
We're finally going to do our little marketing thing today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've only been on the air 5 months or something like that, and we're finally doing, we're back TV spots.
Yeah.
10-second TV spots, even though we were promised something a lot different. And then they wonder why I get so pissed off and now refuse to even answer anyone's phone calls when they call me.
Oh, really? You're not answering the
Not
phone
at
again?
all, because it's the same old horse shit. You know?
But we got to go in now after the show and do some voiceover work for a 10-second spot, or...
Yeah, I mean, you know, we could have went to the little doggy company. You know, we had to decide between the two companies, and the thing that impressed me about XM was that they had their shit together, and that they seemed to have a real good marketing strategy for you and I. Yeah. And I was very impressed. You were very impressed. We talked about it. You know, we had a conversation about a 60-minute national TV commercial.
Yep.
And finally, 5 months later, we're going to do like 10-second commercials that will air here and there. Here and there. And our part of it is 5 seconds of audio that we have to sit in a production room today and hash out with some production guy.
It's 5 seconds?
I think it's 5, right? 7?
Maybe 5. Yeah,
maybe 5 seconds.
I got confused with those.
And then they wonder why I get so like pissed off and livid because you know I'm a good listener. I listen to everything people tell me, and when you're telling Anthony and I that we're going to have a huge national campaign that we're back, and then you blow us off over and over again, and then finally you come to us with what was supposed to be this great marketing strategy for 05, and it's 10-second commercials here and there.
Yeah.
You know, do the math and figure out why we're, disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Did we get some copy?
No, after the show, we're just going to kind of go into a studio with some guy that has to drive here from Boston or something, they were saying.
Really?
Just so we could sit there and riff and improvise on 5 seconds of audio.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how it comes together. But it wasn't what we were promised.
You better talk fast.
You know?
We're going to have to just be,
But there you have it.
All you guys should do is curse. Just be filthy in the audio.
Yeah, for a TV spot.
As dirty as you can possibly be, racist, sexist. Drop the C word.
Just take a clip from the show.
You know, it's also we've also proven ourselves, and it's time to just take us off this premium channel and open us up to the whole the whole platform. I mean, it's so obvious it's not even funny, but we're still waiting and wondering what's going on with that. That should have happened day one, but
we'll see.
They had some reason why they couldn't do it. I don't know. It was just another stupid thing. But we should have been on the whole service day one.
I think they were afraid of you guys.
This show is one of those shows that you can't really explain it to people, And we don't have a big name like Howard, but we have a better show. And if you expose it to a lot of people, guess what? Hey, I would have never paid for you guys, but, I flip around. Dude, I flip around XM every day, and I'm finding new things every day. And that's what's going to happen. You get us off the premium, and you got hundreds of thousands of people out there that have no idea what we're all about. But if you have the service, and all of a sudden you're bored with your regular station, whether it's Squiz or Ethel or Top Tracks or Deep Tracks or whatever, all of a sudden you're going to stumble upon something we're doing, and guess what? Then that guy gets hooked. He gets the virus. That's why we call it the O&A virus. And then know what happens? Because we've seen this happen, Anthony and I. That person will tell a few friends that don't even have XM about this new show that they're digging. Guess what? Next thing you know, those people are signing up for XM, and that's where they're gonna make their money back.
Right.
You know what you guys should have said though in the meeting if they didn't know how to sell you? You should have said, just tell people we remind you of Bubba the Love Sponge.
Right.
Big selling.
There
point.
you go. Just like the caller before. Sure.
So
I think we'll hear things.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
we'll see.
There's a lot of talk and just no action, in my opinion. And I just don't think we're that much of a priority, We're just not. A lot of things are said when we go to Washington. We're going to keep in touch more and this and that. We don't keep in touch. Well, nothing's going on. Elo could scribble all he wants on his glass office, but what does that mean in the end?
We're a little busy right now with baseball.
Well, that's what I mean. We're not a priority. It's baseball now, and then it'll be, Gordon Liddy because, he joined the team, and then it'll be somebody else. And, we'll get to you, but we have to now do this deal with what I was going to say with iPod. I have no idea. I'm just saying. But there's always something else.
Always a deal going on.
There's always something else.
I think it'll all work out. I'm actually in a positive mood today.
I am, too. I'm feeling...
No.
Oh, God damn.
Why are you...
He's going down on his banana.
Is that your... Is that how you're expressing sarcasm today?
Isn't that the worst?
It was
you got teeth marks in it. You give lousy head.
This is how I do it.
Oh, my God. Takes a big bite.
I cough.
I would never eat a banana like that as people were watching. We all turned and looked at Jimmy, and he just started giving fellatio to his banana.
Because I know you hate eating a banana like that.
I hate eating a banana. I have to unwrap it from its peel and then break off pieces of it and eat it that way. I cannot shove it in my mouth like that.
Dude, somebody, you just remind me of something. So, I mean, I'm trying not to bitch about the XM, but we have a lot of passion in what we do. We really just have a lot of passion. I mean, the good news from October 1st when we started to now, it's not even close how many more people are listening. It's quite scary. And if XM would do their part of the bargain, I think it would be even, I don't know, twice as many listeners that we have now.
I think things are going to happen.
Things have taken time, but you also got to look at...
It takes forever. And this is what I'm feeling, and whether it's right or wrong. Anthony and I... We were on the top of our game, 2.5 years ago now when we got just knocked to the curb and lost everything. We were syndicated in 20 cities, more or less. I think it was a little less at that point. But we had more cities that were jumping on the bandwagon. They were going to syndicate the show right around the corner. We lost it all. Then we had to sit out 2 years. And now, we're impatient. Because we want to be back on top. We've already waited 2 years, but in XM's world, they don't know that. They only see that we've been on the job for since October. So what? That's 4.5 months. So they don't really understand the urgency in me. I don't know if I could talk for Anthony, but the urgency in me to get back where we used to be. So I want to push forward fast. Everything just seems to take forever, at like a snail's pace.
It does.
That's every corporation, though.
But
it really is every
if you
corporation.
Recall, when we worked for Infinity, there were similar issues as far as promotion and time and things like that.
But we didn't have the 2 years of sitting doing nothing
in
the back of our minds every single day.
Well, that's our problem,
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't understand that part of it. They don't. That's why I get uptight. That's why I want things done tomorrow, not a month from now, not 2 months from now,
I look, a lot of time has gone by since we've been here now, relatively speaking. And, I'm kind of happy with the fact that we do have our office. Yeah. The shades were put in. Mm-hmm. We have our equipment in there working. For the most part, the equipment works. The phone stuff from yesterday was setting problems, that some jack fuck was coming in here and screwing with the dials. For the most part, the computer's pissing me off because, this has to be fixed.
Steve's studio is great.
Yeah. there are things they've done that are pretty good. I'm not totally down on.
No, I'm not
what
saying
they're
I'm
doing down
I'm not
there.
saying I'm down. I mean,
it's that corporate. It's not. You know what it is? I don't see it as this agenda to impede the show from continuing our success. I see it as this is typical textbook corporate actions.
Well,
corporations stink, and the way they run stinks. They're not economical. They're redundant, and things take forever because it's got to run through 50 channels. They don't listen to reason most of the time. But that's every corporation. Yep. There is not one place we could go where we wouldn't encounter that.
It's interesting you bring that up because there was a time I was doing college radio. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a go at this. I didn't know. I mean, there's a million guys that wanted to get where Anthony and I are, and they're all just selling cars, and it's a really tough.
Don't rub it in.
Well, it's a really tough business, but there was a time I worked for Xerox on the side.
Oof.
Because I was good at computer programming, believe it or not, at first, and I got a taste of the corporate world, and I said to myself, no effing way will I do this for the rest of my life. And no. I knew this when I was like 19 or 20, that I didn't want any part of it, and I'd rather just be a nomad or something. I don't know, but
nomad.
Whatever. I mean, I would
walk the earth.
Something. And so, but then I lucked out and I got into radio, and we got very successful with it. Thinking the whole time, I'm doing what I love, and I will never have to deal with the corporate bullshit. Mm. But the further that we get along in our careers, it just amazes me that this stupid little thing we do, this radio show, and, for many years just playing records and doing this and that, has gotten to this point where now we deal with human resources and people in suits. When I started in radio, there were guys in suits, but they were like the suits they wore when they graduated, high school, you know what I mean, to try to almost look good. But it's such a business now, and it's so corporate. And I never thought in a million years it would get to this point.
It's big business, a lot of money at stake. So it's all corporate, and it stinks.
The advantage is, though, there's a lot more money to be made. Yeah. And a lot more. You're in every city in the country now, which is like back in years ago, that would have been virtually impossible.
Oh, dude, I understand the positives of why we're at XM. I've said it. I'm having more fun in radio than I've ever had in my life. If XM needs us to kiss their ass so they feel better about themselves, fine, we'll do the kiss ass segment in a little while. But, I'm not about that. I tell the guys around here, we're tough on these guys behind the scenes, but we also tell them, you guys are here because you're the best at what you do. But if you need me to kiss your ass every day, then you're in the wrong place, We just want to keep, making the show better, and we're obsessed with being the best. We have a passion for this. Because they're all pissed off about yesterday and giving out Kevin's email and stuff. Relax, Kevin.
Yeah, it was funny.
You probably got some great feedback from a lot of the listeners. Some dopes probably wrote stupid shit to you, but you can get over that. You have thick skin.
It's an email. You just delete.
Right.
I think...
And don't email them anymore. We made our point.
I think if you look at... We gave out Ben's email address and Steve's and stuff. I think it's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that whole code that they're using, as far as emails, pretty easy to figure.
Ben didn't get mad when we tell him, look, if you want to talk about someone's fat hog, ben.sparks@xmradio.com. So I'm not saying you should do that.
Right.
But who cares? Ben doesn't mind.
But if you were inclined to write about his huge hog, or his messy hair.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Because I talked to Ben, and he said, I dare those faggots to email me. I'm like, Ben, you don't want to dare them because they will.
No,
and he said, no, they won't.
Ben is like shaking his head in the office. He's either shaking his head, that's what I was going to say, or he's hurricane and jerking.
Well, either that or there's a blimp outside the window. Why does Ben's head have Budweiser written?
No, he just grabbed his head with both hands and fell to the floor like, you idiot. And now he's giving you the finger from across the way.
No, all right, so forget that. Don't do that, and especially don't put legitimate things in the subject heading. So he actually has to open it and see you have a big hog, stupid. Because if you do that, like if you put big hog in the thing, he'll just delete it.
Right.
But if you put legitimate things in the subject heading, poor Ben's gonna have to open all these emails and read about.
Don't do that.
No way.
Even though he taunts the listeners and mocks them. You shouldn't then, turn the other cheek.
Well, he raised a good point about how they don't have the balls to email him and they wouldn't dare tangle with him. All right, whatever, Ben.
It would be better for the listeners to do? Just turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek.
Right.
Good point, Ed.
All right. Well, let's move on. But I had to get that off my chest because I caught hell from yesterday's little